Hi there. Today, I want to talk to you about a verb ending that is, dare I say it, imperative to know in Esperanto. I'm talking about the u ending that often expresses commands or desires of someone. Now, I will say that before we get into those, you should be aware that there are other words in the language that also just happen to end in u as well, but they're not commands in any way. They definitely do their own thing. So I want to get those out of the way first. I call that group of words the you guys, okay? Kind of like, hey, you guys. Now that I think about it, I probably could have called these the you-nies instead, but we'll leave it as it is. So the you guys are chu, du, you, nu, plu, and unu, okay? Chu, I talk about this one at length in a different video, the choo-choo train in Esperanto, where I talk about all the ch words. But in a nutshell, chu means that, most of the time, it means that we are introducing a yes or no question, okay? Instead of saying, do you love me, you'd say, chu vi amas min. Chu is like saying yes or no, ... the rest of the sentence. So, yes or no, you love me. Right? That's like saying chu vi amas min. In English or in Spanish and a few other languages, you can simply change your inflection, make it more of an upward inflection at the end of the sentence, and that makes it clear that you're making a question, right? So, you love me? That is clearly a question, right? Well, I get it. If you speak English or Spanish or something, you understand that I'm asking you, but there are other languages out there that people might be coming from as they learn Esperanto, and if they meet up with you and you just change your inflection, but you don't include the chu there, they could be very confused by that. So make sure that when asking a yes or no question, you don't forget to chu. Next, we have simple one, do. That just means the number 2. Below that is you, which is often paired with des. And I'll show you how those work. It's kind of like in English when we say, the blank, the blankier. The more, the merrier. Or here, the sooner, the better would translate into you pli baldaŭ, des pli bone. The more soon, the more good. Okay? So almost always you see you and des side by side, but they are a unique case. Nu is like the word well, but only in the sense of the conversational filler, kind of like if Ronald Reagan were talking, well, now, would you send in Jim Baker, please? Well, Nancy, I don't know about this anymore. So that's all it means. It doesn't mean a cistern somewhere that's full of water. Okay, that's a different word altogether. So well is just sort of a conversational well. It's like that. Plu means further, forth, on, so on, etc. So if we said etc. in Esperanto, that would be kai tiel plu. And so the plu is forth, like and so forth. If I said ne parolu plu, don't speak further. That's what I'm saying there. And then unu finally is just the simple word for one. Okay, so now you can count to 2 in Esperanto. How neat. Below that, though, you see these 5 words, kiu, tiu, iu, ciu, and neniu. Now, these are words that are in the correlative table, and I have a separate video that discusses those. They very much play by their own rules and do their own thing. So make sure to get those straight and realize that those aren't command words or anything like that. So once you are familiar with these and you're able to discern what these do, you're ready for the rest of the u words. And here's how they work. So most of the time when you see you, you'll be seeing a command, okay? The you command. Manji is the infinitive form. That just means to eat. Manju is a command form. It's saying eat, okay? Vi manjas is a description. You are eating. If I said vi manju, then I'm saying you eat. Now I could say manju or vi manju, and they're pretty much interchangeable. V just makes it extra clear who I'm talking to, but the U ending contains the understood you. So you can get by with just saying manju. Most of the time, you need to have a pronoun or the actual subject written out next to a verb because all of our verbs in Esperanto are super simplified. They don't conjugate differently depending on who's talking. I eat, he eats, they eat, it changes from eat to eats. In Spanish, it's like constantly changing, yo soy, somos, eres. Every form has its own verb form, right? Whereas in Esperanto, manji becomes vi manjas, mi manjas, li manjas, ili manjas. I'm eating, he's eating, she's eating, they're eating. It's all manjas, which means you have to explain who's doing it, otherwise we're completely lost. Now, aside from using like the weather, which you just say pluvas, it's raining, nejas, it's snowing. There, you just say the verb by itself. But other than that, you don't want to just say a verb by itself unless it's the command form. Now, let's look at a couple ways to soften up our commands. You could say bonvole manju. That's like saying kindly eat or please eat, but that's using an adverb form of bonvoli. Or you could say bonvolu manji. And that's making the command be in the please part of it. So bonvolu manji, you wouldn't say bonvolu manju. Okay? Anytime you have multiple verbs next to each other, all but one of them are going to have an I ending. Okay? So here you're saying, please eat. So that's a nicer way of saying it instead of just telling me to eat. Ne manju is the negative form. Do not eat. Now next, I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell everyone I see who is making a Cobb salad. Don't forget the lettuce. Okay? What if I wanted to say, let us pray, or let him be, or let me dance, or something like that? Is there a verb for like to let blank, blank, blank? Well, yes and no. Here's what you want to do. In that case, all you have to do is add the proper pronoun in front of the command form, in front of the you form of it, okay? Here are some examples. Vi cantu. We already talked about how you can leave the V in there or you can take it out. So sing or you sing. But if I want to say let me sing, you just say mi cantu. And if you want to say let us sing, you just say ni cantu. Let him sing is li cantu. Let them sing is ili cantu. Now don't confuse this with the verb lasi. Okay, I was going to draw a little puppy dog, here lassie, come here boy, but I have other things to do today, so I didn't. But lasi is like to leave or to let in a different sense. Lasu min sola, leave me alone or let me be alone. En lasu shin, let her in. But you don't want to try to mix lasi and kanti to try to make one of these phrases, okay? It's much simpler, just say ni kantu, okay? Now, we're going to get to a bit of a stranger thing that we can also do with the you form, and that is to express wishes and desires, okay? So one easy way to remember this is that in Esperanto, your wish is my command. When you want, wish, desire, or hope for something, you use the you ending in that phrase. Mi esperas que vi mortu. I am hoping that you die. I hope you die, right? You don't say mi esperas que vi morti. I hope that you too die, right? That'd be weird. You simply use the command form, even though you've cushioned it in a hope expression. Like, I'm hoping that the following will happen. Ŝi volas ke li iru. She wants him to go. Okay, you'd think, oh, to go, oh, that's iri, because it's to in front of it. That's the infinitive. No, it's not. You would use iru. However, look below it, a similar but different phrase. Ŝi diris ke li iros. That is to say, she said that he will go. So why in that case do we not use the you ending? Well, it's because above, she desires something. She actually has a dog in the fight, if you will. She wants him to go, so it's almost like if she had her way, she'd command him, but she's not going to command, but she certainly wants this to happen. Whereas below, she's simply sort of reporting the facts to us. It's very neutral. She is saying that he will go. She's not saying that she wants him to. She's not saying she doesn't want him to. She's just saying that he will. And below that, mi miras ke vi dansas. I marvel at the fact that you are dancing or that you dance. I'm not saying that I want you to do it right now. I'm just saying I think it's marvelous or I marvel at it. Now, I said above that, when you want, wish, desire, or hope, but I should also say that if you permit or you command or order something, then you also use the you ending. So, mi permessas ke vi dansu. I permit you to dance. Or mi ordonas that you dance. Mi ordonas ke vi dansu. So you can also use it for those cases too. That's the vast majority of the ways in which you will use the you ending. There are maybe a few more, but I'll maybe cover those when I talk about the US ending, which is, I think, the last one that I haven't made a video about, so we'll save that for a different day. So hopefully that's enough to get you started, and hope you figure out the rest quickly. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.